Well, good morning, YouTube. Something happened yesterday that I just couldn't pass up, and well, I'm pretty excited for this one. This will be oh, this brings me back a little bit, just a little bit. So 2005 Cadillac STS rear-wheel drive with my favorite engine, one of my favorites, I should say, my second most favorite now, the North Star. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of haters out there, but let me tell you something. You put head studs on these engines, and yeah, it may leak oil, and use oil, which is fine. As long as the oil leak ain't too daggone bad, this engine will get you across the world. So I picked this beauty up yesterday. It's a little dirty. It doesn't have a perfectly good reflection at the moment. I just got it yesterday, and yesterday was a heat advisory, so I really didn't do anything with it. But paid $700 for this guy, and as you can tell by the dual projectors and projector in the fog lights, this is one of the more premium models. And an 05 doesn't have the fancier grill, but I figure maybe we could change that out or something. Looks like it's got headlight washers. And I don't know what this guy is quite yet. I don't know if that's rain sensing wipers or on the mirror there, or if that's some radar cruise. I don't know. Because to me, a lot of the vehicles, the radar cruise controls usually in the grill area, like Mercedes and BMW and stuff. So I don't know, but I'm excited. I just hooked the battery back up. Hopefully the alarm doesn't go off when I open the door. Now it's pretty interesting. I mean, the body is almost perfect. Almost. Obviously you saw the front bumper had a little smushy poo there, but just take a tree. The back of the car's got a smushy poo there. A couple scratches on the trunk area from loading luggage and stuff. It needs a good wash. It's been sitting the last couple of years, but I mean, she's pretty well mint. And this is the only damage really on the body. It's like something fell on it, but I can't wait to get it cleaned up. I almost wonder if this back quarter wasn't painted. It's a little bit more orange peel there than I'm caring to see, and the line going down the side where it was parked, the guy said that a lawnmower brushed up against it with the plastic part, and this is all, from what I can tell, this is just all on the top coat, so it should buff out, so that'll be really nice. But and of course, unfortunately, the headlight had to start getting moisture in it big time. So that'll be interesting. I don't know if I'll be able to pop the lens off, clean it up, and reseal it, or what's going to have to happen there. But let's take a peek on the inside, shall we? Now, I had the battery disconnected because there's a problem. Oh, they shut off. Would you look at that? The dome lights were on, and they drained the battery yesterday. A little dirty, but not too bad. Got busted trim down there and a busted tab on that lower column panel, but other than that, I mean, look at the seats. Look at them. Freaking right. Just beautiful. Now, I wouldn't have spec'd the car with blue, but it'll look very nice either way. Take a pop inside. Heated and cooled seats. I can't wait for that. Obviously push start, and home link, sunroof. Get my head out of the shot because you don't want to see me today. But I've even got my own oh shit handle. Now, I'm noticing there's no memory position. And that's what I noticed yesterday. I was like, huh, there's no memory position. Power telescopic wheel, heated steering wheel, climate control, dual, and I just busted this off yesterday. I was like, how the hell does that open? I'm pushing on it, because he's pushing on the chrome part, and all of a sudden the dang door just pops off. I'm sure that's common, but that's handy. That's handy. Now, I haven't even looked through the entire car yet, so you're getting the first looks with me. I mean, it was hot, and I mean hot. 3 seconds in here and you were sweating. It was hot. Now, I don't know what's in the glove box. Oh, apparently nothing. Let's open the owner's manual. The valet for the trunk. Oops. A little bit of lube will take care of that. You got the sunroof. You got rear parking sensors, subwoofer, and this is the upgraded sound system with the tweeters in the seats. So, I tried it out yesterday, and it sounds pretty good. It doesn't sound like it has a whole lot of highs to it, though, unfortunately. So, I don't know if the lights will... Did it open? No, it did. I don't know if the lights will turn off or not. I waited a while yesterday, and they never turned off. The floor ones did, but not the ones up top. So, take a look in the back here. Carpets need to be cleaned, but the back seat's pretty pristine. I used to watch Saab Kyle 09, was it? On YouTube. He did a lot of car review stuff. But heated rear seats, that's your own blower back here, or, well, maybe not an own blower, but it's got, See, my Seville had its own blower motor in the console for the rear passengers. But this one's just got vents. That's a big beefy. That's wide. That's pretty wide. Pass through to the trunk. Whoop-de-doo. All right. Oh man, car does not stink. Believe it or not. That is helpful. Unlike the Honda when I got it, that stunk pretty bad. So. Maybe a closer look at the smushage here. Here's what it is, you know. I noticed the light is hanging. I don't know what's up with that. Well, that's the button to release it. Interesting. Okay. Then we got the plastics for the engine, and the battery drained yesterday. But I did notice, I think this taillight's going to have to be replaced. There's one bum LED here, and then I didn't even really see this outer light up all that much. So, I don't know. And actually, should be able to. Key fob's got remote start. Which one is this? 2, yeah. Okay, so you just saw. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, so the lights stay on for a little bit. Anyway, so we'll look into that stuff. But the rims are in good shape. They aren't curb rashed or anything. Just gotta get them cleaned up. But the car's been sitting for 2 years. Now you're wondering, what's the problem? Let's hear it. Let's fire it up. Oh, do I really want to waste some battery doing this though? Oh yeah. Oops. That's the problem. Let's get some dash lights going on here. This is the first time I'm seeing the 103 or 104,000 miles. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. You can hear the blend door or the CD player going. This has the navigation, node and map disc. I'll focus, you turd. Sorry about that. No map disc, but I don't know where the. No, I don't want XM. I want FM. What are we doing here? It's a little slow. You can hear that. So I don't know how. Oh, it's over here. Okay. This is totally different than my Seville. Tire pressure's not working. That's wonderful. 11.6. That ain't all that great. Had 12.3 yesterday. Of course, I used it for a winch. That's about it, isn't it? And the information button ain't doing anything. That's wonderful. Oh, that's gonna go. Okay. So that must just be reset then, maybe. Let's find something to reset. Yeah, we'll do that. Yep, that's reset. Okay. You betcha. Is that Blendor's doing that? Oh, that's annoying. And not resetting. I'm pushing this button here. Focus. It's not resetting. I don't know what. Oh, this one should reset. Yeah, so what the hell does this one do? It ain't doing anything. That's not a good thing that the Blendors are doing that. Oh, that quits. Okay, good. So that works. Of course, you don't know if. Sounds like the fresh air Blendor's having issues. So yeah. So yeah, accessory work. So. Oh, everybody's favorite noise. I haven't even tried Windows yet or anything. Oh, yeah. Good, very good. Sorry about the dinging. I know, everybody loves the dinging. I wish GM put a freaking volume on that crap. But I figured this lower panel has kind of popped down because maybe someone was trying to figure out the lights. Like this whole thing is kind of busted up in here. Oops, don't turn that on. That'd be great. But yeah, so that's the Cadillac. Tilting headrests. Oh yeah, ultimate comfort. Not that this. You better quit yourself right now. Blendor's at it again. Why are you doing that? Anyway, it should shut off after a while. Everything works in the seat as far as I know. I haven't tried the cooling or any heated yet. Especially that yesterday. Holy. Phew. But yeah. 7 hot. Supposed to just open hood. Listen to this. Electronic release. Fancy. Ooh, not a whole lot to see under here. The beauty covers are off. It doesn't have its makeup on yet. But, yeah. So this is it. The beating heart that is no longer beating. It's just covered in oil and crap. And so, I don't know. I guess the story is owned by a little old lady who never changed the oil. That's the story I got, the story that was listed with it. And the engine started knocking. Well, you can hear it's knocking. But it sounds like it's got a loss of compression. So that's less than ideal. And this has the coil packs, coil cassettes. I thought they went away from that and did coil packs. Oh boy. Those are fun and cheap. Jeez. Anyway. So the plan is drop an engine in this sucker, which I priced out locally about $650 for the electric fans, which this one's not, I found out. And then this is belt driven. Whoops, license plate just fell off. That's handy. So then the belt driven engine was $850, so an extra $200. Both with just over 100,000. Either one had 119 and one had 109. I couldn't tell you which one at this point, but and I checked the oil, and the oil is not blacker than black. You saw it had 50% life left, and I'd say that's about right with what's on the stick. So I just don't know to believe that she never changed the oil. I want to say she ran it without oil. That these North Stars are known for consuming a little bit of oil here and there, especially in their later years. They really drink it, especially if the oil rings get stuck. But I don't know. The way it's knocking, loss of compression, I'd say she ran it without oil for a while, unfortunately. And that's the death of a lot of these engines, which is a crying shame. And I know people hate on them, and they're just gonna say, well, good, they died. Well, I like this engine. You put some head studs on it and it'll last you a very, very long time. You take care of it. I never ran synthetic in it because I heard synthetic burns faster or gets past the rings easier than conventional, and I never liked doing that. Back in my mind, as I'm pouring conventional in, I'm like, God dang it, this is like putting sandpaper in an engine to me. I really wanted the car to have the best of the best, but you put synthetic in it and you were adding oil faster than you could buy it just about. So that was the only downside. But it looks like everything's here and everything's in good shape. The underside of the car is in very good shape. That's just what made me not be able to pass it up. I mean, every seam on the car is just absolutely, just about immaculate. Just about. I'm not going to say it's perfect, but coming back to where these cars really struggle, I guess there's a ding there. The wheel well arches, that's a big problem, and it is in very good shape yet. It's all uniform, no massive deformation from rust. And I mean, look at the bottom of the panel there. It's just, paint not bubbling, it's not flaring out. So that's good. I did notice over here though, it's a little bit different. There's a bubble right there. And where did I see one? There's a few bubbles in the paint from where water was washing down and getting through. So this area will probably have to be touched up, but I don't think there's copious amounts of rust. I felt up under a log here, and then you can see some paint chipping there, but it's not bubbling, it's not flaring out or anything. Pinch welds have their typical rust from people jacking it up and stuff. So, but the subframe is relatively clean. I suppose while we got the sun, we could take a peek. Relatively, for sitting for a couple years, that's pretty good. The camera's making it look a lot more orange than it is. I guess there's very minimal rot, and I mean very minimal. I mean, look at those coil springs; they're still like new, and of course, I know they're coated, but coil springs rust too. But this has the rear air ride assist. I don't know about what the front has. I'm assuming it's the magnetic ride because the strut towers had a sensor on top. So, but I mean, just very minimal rust. So, guy wanted 1,000, and he said as low as he go is 800. I said 700, and he just didn't even bother really. So I could just get it out of here. So. Well, I'm glad. $700, and I got a very nice car. It'll clean up very nice. I'm excited. I gotta get it in some shade, or wait till it's shady and then wash her down and give her a good bath, because tires are in good shape yet, having sat for a couple of years. One of the tires was flat for some reason. Who knows why. I'm sure tire pressure monitors need to be replaced, and I know that's cheap. But this tire was flat. So hopefully it isn't too flat spotted. Probably is, but we'll take a look at her. But Just can't wait to get the pressure washer after it and really give her a good soapy bath and clean the rims. And we like having a brand new car sitting here, minus the headlights I need to take care of. Then it sucks I can't drive it down to the shed and plug the buffer in and go after it, but you know, oh well. I did dent the frickin', you know, there's always something. I did dent the bottom mesh in, I don't know. The frickin' handle on the trailer pushed into it for the jack. Cause we had to, yeah, it was just a whole thing. It was a whole thing, and then I heard, and I'm like, God damn it, really? Really? So, but 103,000 miles. Now, he said he wasn't sure. He thought it had 130. Well, thank God it doesn't. Just put it that way. I am glad it's only got 100,000, and if it was a little old lady that owned it, she may just be pretty well off. It's black, but you can see through it, and it smells okay. It smells perfectly normal. So, I think the oil was changed. I just don't think it was changed and maintained and kept up. But check power steering, and that's relatively okay. It's fairly golden yet, so that's good. Almost looks like coolant. Brake fluid, it was a little hard to tell. I put it on my finger yesterday, and it came out pretty okay. Coolant smells okay, and it's nice and orange yet, so that's good. So it'll be exciting to pop another engine in this sucker soon enough and really go to town with it. I'm excited. This'll be. I miss my V8. Well, to be honest, it's probably going to be a little bit before I get an engine in here, because it's getting head studs. We're just doing it. There's no two ways about it. We're going to make sure valve cover gaskets, all them seals and stuff that need to be replaced, get replaced. This thing's getting the Italian tune-up it really deserves. So, and I will prove to you guys that, yes, people are going to instantly reply back with, well, you did an engine swap. That's not fair. The engine died already. Well, neglect does kill engines, I'm sorry to say. So it'll be really interesting once I get head studs, and you'll see I'm not very nice to my vehicles. I take care of them, but I'm not very nice to them. I'll put this guy through the ringer, especially rear wheel drive. We've got to try and have some fun. So you heard that. We have to have some fun. So I don't know that this car will be seeing winters, because it's in nice a shape as it is. I don't want it to see winters. You know, the whole point was for me to find a very nice Seville to replace the one I had to get rid of, and I just miss that car so much. But this hopefully will take its place, and it is fairly rust free as is, so I'm gonna try and keep it that way. So yeah, but I promise you, I will not be nice to this as much. So I'm thinking head studs and a tuner, and I'm getting the head studs from that guy that does North Star head studding, main studs, special gaskets, whatever. And then as soon as he's got manifolds out for these things, I'll buy a set of headers, and we'll do the 3-inch exhaust from the cat back, high flow cat, and get some beautiful. That's one of the first things after getting an engine put in is the exhaust. I want it to purr. I really want it to purr. I had an exhaust leak on my Seville one time, and it just sounded so good. I was like, man, I really need to fix this exhaust. So, but yeah, I can't wait. This is just going to be awesome. I'm back in the Cadillac family, baby. So, heck yeah. We'll get her all dolled up, and I'll take some pictures. And there we go. The light's still on. Please be off. Yes, good. Very good. And it does look like they lock themselves out of the car at one point, and I really love this technique. I know it's effective, but I hate it. Where they use the damn airbag behind the door, and then the door pops out from the car. That's just fantastic. Yeah, I hate that so much. Just ruins a car. royally ruins it. And I understand. You need to be able to get in to get at that thing. But, God dang it anyway. So I'm at that stage still where I just kind of want to sit in it and play with everything and learn myself around this car because it's different. But I was a little disappointed because, you know, the Seville, I know it was probably meant for older people, but the gauge cluster was big, bold, and beautiful. The electroluminescent really woke up and just really gave you that high-tech Cadillac feeling. And then this car, the gauge cluster is so simple, it's so small. The font is so much smaller that the electroluminescent, yeah, it lights the numbers up, but it just doesn't have that wow when it turns on. So that was a big disappointment between this car and the Seville. But anyway, you know, it is what it is. So I'm excited to see this thing come back to life. It'll, for $700, I mean, frickin' rights. This is gonna be awesome. I can't wait. So you guys stay tuned. We're definitely, you'll definitely see some upgrades going into this girl right off the bat. If this is gonna be my new Squizit, I tell you what, it's gonna look good, it's gonna drive good. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think of it down in the comments. And you know, we're trying to work our way to 1,000 subscribers. That's gonna take a while. I mean, I've had videos for now for what, 4 or 5 years, and we're only at 166 subscribers. Thank you very much. But at the same time, it's like, holy crap, are we ever gonna get there? You know, is my content that bad? Some people say yes, I know, but is what it is, I guess. 1,000 subscribers. You know, I don't understand. YouTube freaking doesn't allow people to do stuff like the picture update. Like, I was gonna do a snapshot of the car, maybe blacked out or something, and go, oh, new surprise to the channel, watch for video tomorrow. Watch out for my video tomorrow. And well, you gotta have 1,000 subscribers before YouTube will even let you do that. That's just stupid. But it is what it is. I need to freaking get this. So here's the video. You know, I was able to post a freaking thing in the discussion. Whether anybody ever sees that, I don't know. But to watch out for the video. No picture. Wonderful. But anyway, before this becomes a totally 30-minute video, like I said, you know, let me know what you guys think, and it's quite the score for me, I think. So pretty excited to get this girl all cleaned up and ready for the streets again. That sounds kind of bad, but you know what I mean. We'll lay some rubber down. That sounds bad too, but you know what I mean. Thanks for watching. God bless.